now we have another problem, and that problem is we're running out of paint.
Hey everyone, we're Gabe and Christina. I'm super awake. Christina is also super awake. And we are back for our second crack at doing some of the lime paint upstairs.
Yep, so last time we were here, we only had one day to lime paint. We thought we'd be able to get the whole room done in one coat. We were wrong. So we were able to get half of the room done approximately. So we have 2 days this weekend that we can work on it. So hopefully we can at least get one full coat on everything that we didn't paint, and maybe even like a second coat on that half of the room that we did paint before, but we will see.
This is our last weekend before our 10-day labor vacation that we're doing at the end of August. So we've got a few things to tie up. We're gonna do some unboxings today of some of the stuff that we got for the upstairs for when it's finished. And hopefully we'll be able to see that in place next week.
Yeah, we really set ourselves a deadline and put ourselves under the gun. So we ordered some furniture. That's gonna be coming next week. So we have a lot of little bits and pieces that we're going to put in place. And we want to show you guys all that we're doing. So this is what we got painted last time. We got all this back wall painted here. You can see that it came out really white. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 panels of our 9 panels here painted. So this is unpainted. This is just a regular gypsum plaster with nothing on it. And then this is the antique white from Portola Paints.
What we decided to do yesterday was apply the second coat first to what we did last weekend. And that's pretty cool. It turned out great. It's going to need a third coat probably on most of these panels, but it is much more solid. It's hard to show on camera because the lights we have wash it out. It's kind of hard to see, and we don't have any natural light because the windows are out. So that is what it is. But we're learning a lot about the painting part as we go.
Yeah, I think the application that we're doing last weekend was too thin. So we did a much better job on the first coat on these new panels that we are working on, and it's covering much better. And I think they'll only really need 2 coats, but the panels that we did last weekend that we did a second coat on this weekend, looks like they're gonna need 3 coats. So it's very hard with just the first coat because the plaster is like sucking up the paint to take your time, but we were able to just work a little bit more slowly and try to put more paint on those panels, and they have really, really good coverage today. So I think that's the strategy that we need to use moving forward. We're gonna do some unboxing for you guys now. So we ordered a couple of things for upstairs in the loft, and we're gonna show you the rug and the sconces that we got. So the first is the rug. This is from Revival Rugs. They're a company that first started out trying to get vintage antique rugs to everyone at an affordable price, which I think is a great mission. So once they did that, they also decided that they were going to make their own rugs, and they partnered with those rug makers. So this is the panel collection. This is the first collection that they've come out with, making their own handmade wool rugs. So they're at revivalrugs.com. We'll link that below. We're going to show you what we got. Comes in this really neat box. Has a handle. It's a lot smaller packaging than I thought, so that's really convenient if you're living in an apartment or have to bring it to a cabin. And it just opens like this. Super cute packaging. It says made by hand. They also give you a really nice card talking about the materials, the design, and the factory. And then the card also says, because this is a limited edition collection, it is number 30 out of 550. So that's really cute. It just talks about the wool that it's made out of, and kind of like why the design is this way and where the factory is. And so they also give you a really cute bag. That's super nice canvas bag. Definitely use that. And then here is the rug. We have like a super scary spider in this box. I'm gonna push that away from me. So it has like a little
tag here. It's all natural, so none of this is dyed. This is what the wool actually looks like. So just a bunch of different types of wool. I just like wool rugs because they're, again, naturally hypoallergenic. So with people with allergies like I have, it's a material that kind of resists allergens, and you don't have like those problems with other rugs. But I think it's really well made, and it's super soft. So a wool rug doesn't have to be like scratchy or itchy. Like this one is very, very soft, and I think it's going to be really nice upstairs. And then in this box are the sconces that we ordered for upstairs. So we have sconces on one side of the room, but we didn't have sconces on the other side where the bed is going to go, and it took us a long time to figure out what exactly we wanted, but we found these at CB2 and we thought they'd be kind of fun. So let's take a look at them. Okay, so this is the sconce piece that goes against the wall, and it's just kind of this aged brass look. And then this is where like the tiny light bulb goes, and in front of that, so in front of that goes this natural piece of alabaster stone. So this is very fun. Let's see if we can make it go in here. So it sits like this, and it's probably this way. Yep, woo! Just like that. So this is from CB2, which is Crate & Barrel's modern store, and this is the Raw Edge Alabaster Sconce. And we'll link everything below so you guys will be able to find it. The light is in the back, and it'll light up the stone, and like you'll just kind of see this like glowing stone front, which we thought was kind of natural and really exciting. Actually, this is much bigger than I thought it was going to be, even though I looked at the measurements. It's very nice, so I'm excited to put these up and see what they look like.
Big lesson today. It takes longer. It takes longer than we think. I'm looking back at last week's video and just laughing at myself because we were like, yeah, we'll get the whole room done in one day. That is not happening.
We got a lot closer. So we didn't get the whole room done. We got everything done, but the chink lines, I did 3 of the chink lines. I think there are like 6 or 7 up there that I have to use. So we're definitely much closer. Now we have another problem, and that problem is we're running out of paint. We are basically out of paint. So
we might have enough to do the rest of the chink lines, but
yeah, that's about it.
That's it.
We're going to have to see if we can order the paint from Portola and see if it gets here before we leave to start our 10-day laborcation next week. So that's some kind of a worry because everything is really hinging on the painting being done, but we just kind of get ourselves into these situations. So we'll see what we can do.
Okay, what we did get done, we got a first coat on the rest of the panels and on the close wall where the air conditioning is, so that's cool. We got the second coat done on everything that we did last week, and then we started on the chink lines. We didn't get quite all of those done, but we're making progress. I still think we're going to need 3 coats on all the stuff, but I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when it dries.
Yep. So that was this weekend. Thanks for joining.